what the music industry is all about.
What if your parents sell you for fame and money? Imagine being just 10 years old, stepping into an industry glittering with promise, but shadowed by secrets. When dreams and innocence become bargaining chips, who protects the children behind the fame? The heart of this investigation is a troubling rumor that's taken the internet by storm. The parents of a 10-year-old aspiring rapper allegedly sold their child to music mogul Diddy. Now, the word sold here isn't literal, of course. Instead, it speaks to allegations that these parents might have placed their child in vulnerable situations, all for the promise of stardom and financial gain. Questions swirled after some cryptic social media posts and stories started circulating online, raising the specter of a situation far more complex and potentially sinister than it initially appeared. Questions arise about whether contracts were signed, possibly leading the parents to relinquish certain rights or control over their child's career to this powerful figure. While details remain unclear, the story forces us to consider the darker side of the entertainment world, particularly for those too young to protect themselves. Now, who is this young rapper? Though only 10, he's already made waves in the music world, starting out with his talent, charisma, and potential. Yet, the challenges of navigating fame at such a young age can be daunting, even without the complexities added by the ambitions of adults around him. Young stars often find themselves thrust into the spotlight before they fully grasp what that entails. They may be passionate, talented, and driven, but without the right guidance, they can become pawns in a game they barely understand. The pressures are immense. There's the demand to constantly perform, to maintain a public image, and to handle criticism, all of which can overwhelm even the most seasoned adult performers. For a child, it's even more bewildering, especially if the very people responsible for their safety might be more interested in the spotlight than their well-being. At the center of this story stands Diddy, a figure known worldwide as a business mogul, artist, and producer, with a track record of launching careers and setting trends. But Diddy's career hasn't been without its controversies. Over the years, he's built a reputation not only for creating stars, but for being a hard-driving, sometimes ruthless businessman. He's known for his work with young talent, yet there have been whispers of questionable tactics, tales of stringent contracts, intense control, and rumors that suggest he's not above using his influence to get what he wants. So, when these allegations surfaced about his involvement with this young rapper, they struck a chord. The notion that a powerful figure might exploit his position over someone so young is troubling, especially in an industry that's seen similar scandals before. But why would any parent, one might wonder, even consider placing their child in such a risky situation? The answer lies within a complicated blend of ambition, financial desperation, and the allure of fame. For many, the promise of a bright future for their child can be blinding, especially when there's money on the line. Fame can be incredibly seductive, not just for the child, but for the parents too. There's often the hope of financial stability, the allure of recognition, and perhaps a chance to live vicariously through their child's success. In many cases, the parents might convince themselves that this is what's best, even as they cross lines that compromise their child's safety and happiness. This phenomenon isn't new though. The entertainment industry has long faced criticism for its treatment of young talent. Over the years, numerous stories have surfaced of child stars pushed beyond their limits, trapped into exploitative contracts, and even used as cash cows by the very people who should be protecting them. Industry standards for child talent are often murky. While some companies have strict guidelines and protections in place, others operate in a gray area, relying on legal loopholes and vague contracts to protect their interests. Child actors, musicians, and performers often lack the knowledge or agency to question these terms, leaving them vulnerable to exploitation. Names like Michael Jackson and Macaulay Culkin come to mind, stars who faced overwhelming public attention, family pressures, and exploitation issues that left lasting scars. In recent years, laws like the Coogan Law have sought to protect young entertainers, named after child actor Jackie Coogan, who famously lost millions to his parents' mismanagement. This law mandates that a portion of a child's earnings be safeguarded until they reach adulthood. But even with such protections in place, there are still ways around them. In certain states, laws vary and loopholes can allow for parents or guardians to retain significant control over finances and career decisions. This raises a critical question. Do existing laws truly protect young talents, or do they fall short in an industry that constantly finds ways to bypass regulations for profit? The extent of this hidden network challenges us to confront uncomfortable questions about accountability and protection. Public relations to these revelations are mixed, reflecting society's complex relationship with fame. On one hand, people express outrage and sympathy for the victims, demanding justice. On the other hand, some struggle to reconcile these allegations with their admiration for celebrities they once idolized. Fame has a way of distorting perceptions, making it difficult for fans to accept that someone they respect could commit such acts. This protective shield of fame can allow problematic behaviors to go unchecked, leaving victims without the support they need. Recognizing the courage of those who speak out against abuse is crucial. Each testimony and lawsuit sheds light on the depth of exploitation in the entertainment industry, with potential to spark significant legal consequences, including stricter protections for young talent. However, reform must extend beyond the industry, addressing broader societal issues. Fame should never justify exploitation, and protecting the well-being of children and vulnerable individuals must remain a top priority, demanding accountability and systemic change. Before wrapping up, consider this. As fans and consumers, we are complicit in the exploitation of young talents if we ignore these stories and continue supporting the stars involved. Society's collective responsibility is undeniable, and perhaps through awareness and advocacy, meaningful change can be achieved. If this story has struck a chord or inspired further curiosity, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread awareness. Together, we can bring more attention to issues that matter and, hopefully, drive change in an industry in desperate need of reform.